Do you want to have the ultimate control over your life? Welcome to Take Control with Whitney Wells, where we will explore all topics of life that we try and control, what this creates for you, and how to have successful relationships all while empowering yourself. Keep listening and let's have some fun. Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of Take Control with Whitney Wells. So before I start, I want to talk about the best soccer game ever. My son started soccer. Now, I started him in soccer when he was just turned 3. That's when he started playing soccer with an organization, right? But now he's actually playing on a team. He's playing 5-year-old soccer, so U6 soccer, with the light blue Sharks. That's their team name. And they play each Saturday. He had his second game of the season yesterday. And I have so much fun. It is actually incredibly exciting. These games, everyone is very into. I think it also has to do something with the fact that now these are 5-year-olds, right? So they're not these pro soccer players. So even when a kid has a breakaway, you never know if he or she is going to score. So we're always on the edge of our seat, waiting. Now we're not actually sitting, but you know what I mean. Anyways, it was just so much fun. And I think a reason why I love it so much is because he loves it so much. I see him having so much fun. He is this incredible defender, which we just found out. So right when the other team gets the ball, he runs back to his goal. And this is just what he thought to do. No one told him to do this. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch him grow and enjoy this sport, especially because I grew up enjoying it. I played soccer my entire life until I was 30, so for a long time. And it's just fun. It's fun to see him really enjoy it. So that's what we did yesterday. I can't wait till next Saturday. So I can enjoy another game of his and see him have fun and really get into it. So this episode, we are going to talk about celebrating differences. I love this concept. I love using this for my relationship. So do you ever wish your partner was different in some way? Now this could be small, it could be big, but just think about your relationship with your partner. Do you ever wish your partner was different in some way? You may wish your partner was more or less this way or that way. So think of your partner, think of your relationship. Now, I think we've all been there at some point, right? We're all different humans. So we all maybe want this person who we're in this relationship with, this teammate environment, right? Working towards things together to be more or less a certain way. So I think it's completely normal and completely natural to have that feeling at some point, to have that thought at some point. But to start off, I want us to ask ourselves, why do you want your partner to change? Why do you want your partner to be different? Why do you want your partner to be the same as you in some way? Now, the answer is always because you think you will feel better. You think you will feel better if your partner changes some behavior to be more similar to you, to be different than what they were doing. We want our partners to change so that we can feel better. And it's important to remember that no matter how your partner acts, no matter what he or she says, no matter how they show up, no matter how they behave, this can never make you feel any way. This can never create an emotion within you. You are always in control of your own feelings. Always. They do not have that much power. So you want to start with being aware of why you want them to change. You want them to change so that you can feel better. Now, owning your own power by understanding your thoughts are creating this feeling. That's the next step. So you understand why. You understand why you want them to. Of course you want to feel better. And you want to own that it's coming from your thoughts. Your thoughts are creating your feeling. So for example, the thought, I wish he or she would be more into this thing that I like, right? So think of something that you like and you wish that your partner would be more into that thing. Or I wish he or she was more affectionate. Or I wish he or she would help out around the house more. Now, insert your thing, right? These are just examples. Insert the thing that you want to change about your partner. Insert how your partner is different from you and how you wish he or she was the same. Now your thought is creating your feeling, not what your partner does or says. Always. Now I'm saying this again because it's so important to go back to. It's so important to remind ourselves of this. It's so easy to drop into that emotional childhood and place the blame outside of us. We all do it. But reminding ourselves where it's coming from. Reminding yourself of your power, of your control of the situation is within your thoughts and your feelings. We want to change them to feel better. We want them to change because we think how they currently are is a problem. Something about them that they're doing is a problem. That's what we're thinking. And that's okay. It's good to be aware of that. Know where it's coming from. That's always where you want to start. Now, how to move forward. You want to ask yourself, what if these differences weren't a problem? Now let's see how this is true. Let's explore how this is true. Now humans are all different, right? Everyone's different. No one is exactly the same as someone else. You are different from your partner in ways. He or she is different from you in ways. We're all different. And this isn't a problem unless you decide to think it is. So, ask yourself, what if these differences weren't a problem? Well, they aren't until you decide to think that they are. No one is exactly the same as another person. Now ask yourself, what if we can celebrate these differences within our relationship? What if you can truly enjoy and see the good in it all? See the good in the different aspect of your partner that you are choosing to think is not good. What is good about that? What is good about that part of your partner that you just don't like? Or that you're choosing to think is a problem? What is good about it? Just open your mind up and allow yourself to go there. You'll be so surprised at how many possibilities there are. So let's try this. In what ways do you like how your partner is more or less or different? Now, oftentimes we just think, I don't like this, period. But really ask yourself, really question it. You could find that you do like how your partner is that way. You do like certain aspects of how your partner is that way. Look at what you originally didn't like And let's see how you may actually like it. Open yourself up to the new possibilities for you. For you to feel a different way. For you to show up differently. For you to have that different experience. In what ways do your differences complement each other? Maybe you guys make a great team because of your differences. In what ways are these differences perfect? Differences don't need to be a problem at all unless you think they are. You can choose intentionally to accept and celebrate your differences. Now, I'm actually recording this episode during a Patriots and Eagles game. Now, I'm from Massachusetts, so I am a Patriots fan, and my husband is from Philadelphia, and he is an Eagles fan. So we have that difference, right? I know it's a small one. It's a sports difference, but it's a fun one for us, and we choose to embrace it and enjoy that difference between us. We don't make it into a problem, and they even played in the Super Bowl. Now that was a little tough, but but we did embrace it. We had fun with it. We actually had a Super Bowl party and had all the different colors of both teams. It was fun until the Pats lost. Okay, so now let's talk about differences when it comes to thoughts and beliefs. We're going to talk about the differences of opinion. People have their own thoughts, right? You have your thoughts, your partner has his or her thoughts, and they will never be exactly the same as another person's thoughts. Now, it's important to remember that our thoughts aren't facts in the world. But I know that they do feel very true to us when we think them over and over, and when we believe them to be true. So, stepping back to realize that your thoughts are not facts. Your thoughts are sentences in your brain. They are not facts. Giving yourself that space between your thoughts. And noticing that another opinion is actually valid. Another opinion is also a sentence. It gives you a little room from having to be right and the other person being wrong. So often when we hold on to our beliefs so strongly, we think we're right, and therefore someone has to be wrong. But what if both can be true? Your opinions are valid, and they aren't facts. You can be right, and you can be wrong. Your partner can be right, and he or she can be wrong as well. You can think differently, and this can be perfect. You can think differently from your partner and not make it a problem. You both can be right and you both can be wrong. But I want to offer that when wanting to be justified, right? When we feel that we want to be justified, we want to prove ourselves to be true, we want to plead our case with our partner, it is not a good time to hash things out. It's not a good time to challenge each other and prove our point to be true. When you want to feel justified, just let yourself feel justified. Give you and your partner that space. And then once you can drop into the place where your differences of opinion aren't a problem, right? They're just two different thoughts you're thinking. You can talk with love and compassion and reach that place together as a team. When you're coming from love and compassion, you can never go wrong. And I want to offer a different perspective is actually useful if you choose it to be useful. You can learn from each other's opinions and not feel defensive, thinking you're under attack. You can learn from each other. You can better each other. You can complement each other. Come together as a team. Now, both opinions are valid, right? You both have these thoughts. You both have different thoughts, but you have thoughts. And both thoughts aren't facts. They're your opinion. Both of you can be right and both of you can be wrong. Differences aren't a problem. When you can come from love, when you can come from compassion, you will then not be coming from a defensive place. And you can reach that common ground as a team. So differences. From the way that you think and what you believe to be true, to how you act and what you two say, they do not need to be problems at all. Differences do not need to be problems. I suggest celebrating your differences instead of making them a problem. Give yourself that compassion and that love and give it to your partner as well. Notice where you want that person to be different. And try and drop into that place that those differences are perfect. You can celebrate them within yourself, within the other person. And you can come together as a team. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you next time. Do you want to explore these topics further? Are you ready to live the life that you want to live on purpose while controlling what you have control over? I would love to be your life coach. If you're interested, simply head over to WhitneyWellsCoaching.com and book an appointment with me today. I can't wait to work with you.